I often say that feminism has been terrible for both men and women and that it has had an awful effect on gender relations. But what about exploring the idea that, to some extent, feminism actually freed men? Is this true? And if so, why? My name is Zarina Macha, and you're watching The Rational Female. If you enjoy my content, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel. Now, before I start, I want to make it very clear. Feminism has been disastrous for men and the male role. It has led to social discomfort and men feeling like they are not needed in society. It has created a generation of young women who say they hate men and don't need a man. But perhaps it has also liberated men from their provider role, which has actually made things tougher for women. As a modern young woman in her late 20s, I have dated countless men and had many boyfriends. My overwhelming experience is that most modern men in their 20s and 30s are not traditionally masculine. They don't want to be a provider and a protector. They don't embody confidence, stoicism, assertiveness, or raw masculine traits. Many Gen Z and millennial men are not like the men of the past. Feminism completely messed up how men are supposed to behave, and women are losing out as a result. In the past, men had to step up and provide for their families. They had to be the sole breadwinner and take care of their families by working. A lot of modern men do not want to do this now. We have men going their own way because they do not want to provide for anyone apart from themselves. Many modern men do not want to get married, and honestly, I don't blame them. Why would they when divorce largely favors women? In the US, nearly 70% of divorces are initiated by women. In the UK, over 60% of divorces are initiated by women around menopausal age. So the next time you assume a man left his wife for a younger model, think again. It's likely she's the one who left him. With these odds stacked against men, the old adage of "till death do us part" feels a bit unrealistic. Men historically would invest a lot of money into marriage and raising a family. This is why men typically spend more time at work and choose jobs that earn more money. It comes from evolutionary pressure that women place on men to earn more money so she can spend more time raising her children. None of this is about sexism. It's about the way men and women naturally behave in relationships and complement each other. Middle-class women of the early and mid-20th century had the option to be at home and could live a more comfortable life as a housewife. However, that option is no longer the case for many women. Most women end up working two jobs, having a paid job and also being a wife and mother. The setup used to be that women could stay at home or work part-time while men shouldered the bulk of the finances. Now, modern families can no longer sustain themselves on a single income. There are likely multiple factors for this, and I'm not entirely sure whether or not women entering the workforce has led to inflation. I haven't found much evidence to support this argument. However, the normalizing of women in the workplace has led to negative consequences to female mental health. We see women postponing marriage and children or foregoing it altogether, and a general rise in female stress levels. It's not realistic to expect women to work a full-time job while also being a full-time mother and wife. The irony of this is that women equate financial independence with liberation. Modern women think that if a man provides and takes care of them financially, she is being oppressed. Yet how is slaving away for some job more oppressive than being able to take care of a family and be with your children? It's different if the woman is doing something she is genuinely passionate about, but most people actually do not do jobs they are passionate about. Most people work to pay the bills. I really don't understand how feminism, an ideology that claims to view capitalism as the root of all evil, considers financial independence the hallmark of female liberation and freedom. This is totally illogical and hypocritical. Feminists blamed the capitalist patriarchy for oppressing women, and the solution was to push women into the capitalist patriarchy. Bravo! As well as this, men can now get sex and even love from a woman without actually committing to her. In the past, social norms generally placed far greater pressure on men to pursue commitment before sex. Failing that, he could go to a prostitute. But now, most men expect sex quickly, and it's not uncommon for women to sleep with a guy they're dating by the third date without even knowing where the relationship is going. Most women want exclusivity and commitment, and many women are not getting this. Truthfully, we don't really know how to go about getting this. Relationships are a mess. Even if you do end up in a committed relationship, it's unlikely to last because of men and women not understanding each other anymore. Women and men don't understand each other's needs. Women want emotional self-control, security, leadership, and assertiveness in male partners. A lot of modern men do not provide this. So in that way, men have also been freed. Sexual liberation benefits men more than women because men are able to have sex without commitment. Men can lie to a woman and pretend to be romantically interested in her, or say he will commit to her and then stop talking to her after sex. And women are so dumb we walk right into it. Even if a woman tries to hold off from sex, she will find quickly that it's very hard to find a man who is okay with that. Because men now know that most modern women are fine with sleeping around and having sex very quickly. A man can simply move on from a woman who isn't going to sleep with him and just find a woman who is. Bravo. I actually don't blame men for this. I don't think men are bad for doing this. Most people do things that are morally compromising to get something easily. We all do it. Most men will take having sex with a woman without commitment or any promise of longevity because why wouldn't they? Generally speaking, women are the gatekeepers of relationships and men are the gatekeepers of sex. I think I said that the wrong way around. Never mind. Other way. It's a horribly simplistic way to look at gender relations, but it explains why and how we do things. This is why women decide when it's time to have sex and men decide when it's time to get married. Women don't really need men anymore. Women are financially independent, and if they need someone to fix something, they can just call a plumber or an engineer, who ironically will probably be male. But women don't really need a man to do stuff for them. A lot of women don't feel like there is a space in their lives for a man, and even that can be taken care of by a battery-operated device. Because men feel like they're not needed, men have now been liberated from women. A lot of men now can travel, earn and keep all their money, have multiple girls and commit to none of them, and essentially just not bother. Welcome to the red pill. We need to work towards some form of unity and balance between the sexes again. Feminism has created 2 generations of men who are now seriously fed up with women. Maybe men will forget about women altogether and just shag each other. Do let me know your thoughts on this below. For regular essays critiquing feminism, follow my Rational Females Substack. Link is available here or in the description below. To support the channel further, consider buying me a coffee via this link. Your support really helps me out a lot.